list goes on, because all of these are grouped as service to persons.
All right. You mentioned a lot of the type of cooperative. How much of these in the type that you have mentioned, especially from the agricultural part, how much of these cooperatives, if you have stats, I'm not sure if you all carry those stats with you today, how much of these, what is the success rate of some of these cooperatives?
Well, really, we have spoken to groups, like farmers and stuff like that, but to some extent,
you're not getting the interest.
Yeah, we're not getting that interest. I don't know what is the issue, and I don't want to say it on air what is the issue, but we had a number of groups that we have spoken to in regards to farming. Right? There was one we had registered some years ago, I want to believe in 2015, in the north of the island. The tomatoes, all the short crops.
Okay.
But
never move forward.
Well, it not really never move. It did started, but for some reason it just sort of died out. You know?
Right now I know of two good potential ones. Yeah. I believe they are pretty much on the verge of being registered. I'm working with them. They almost, well, I know one that is almost complete. Most of the main requirements that they have to do, their business plan is already completed. They have to finish up the bylaws and other policies that would guide. And they center around agriculture and agro-processing as well. Okay. Right? I think they're looking to enhance, not just stick to the agriculture, but broaden the agriculture with agro-processing and so forth. And I think they're on a good footing. Okay. The people that is around that group are very, very knowledgeable people, and I am anticipating that group will be successful in forming a cooperative and be a successful cooperative.
Because I asked a question, especially when it comes to the livestock, because we see from time in Grenada here, one individuals are in pigs, or someone doing the chickens and stuff. Then we get a gluttony market because that one individual alone doing that.
That's the same thing Mr. Stroude was speaking about. I think when you come to one person, everybody and they're not thinking about the benefits that could derive from being together.
Coming together.
So I ran my pig for myself.
If I lose, I lose.
If I lose.
Share the risk.
Yeah.
I need to share the risk.
I guess programs like this will certainly share the information that the individuals need to hear. Because sometimes I think the information of knowing the benefits that derives of forming the cooperatives, I think sometimes people lack that knowledge.
Yeah, but that's where we come in. We need to, as a department, myself and Anthony and other members of staff, we would go out and train these groups and let them know exactly what it is, what are all the benefits. Yeah, we have to do that.
Something interesting that was also mentioned last week, the way the managerial aspect of it comes in from the ministry itself. I thought that was very interesting, because sometimes individuals, they may have the ideas. Not everybody's a manager. You understand? Yeah. And where you could offer them the information that could help them manage their business in some way or the other, give them information to set a kind of a footing for them. I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Also, I should mention here, though, maybe that is one of the problems. The cooperative movement is one of the oldest and largest business network in the world.
Yes.
And we as individuals, we do a lot of we reach a stage of a lot of online business, online shopping, online this and online that. And I could tell you, quite a number of these online organized business and companies that we do business with as individuals are cooperatives, or started as cooperatives and would have grown into big enterprises, right? They understood the model, they understand the importance of it, and they look where they reach. But we do business with them, but whereby we could come together and allow people to do business with us in the same way.
But do you think the problem could be market? The market part of it is a problem, or the marketing part of it is a problem?
There's several reasons. I don't want to isolate any problem, because it could be fair. People would have had bad experience working together, so some people rather work by themselves. If I feel if I gain, I gain. It's better I make $1 for myself, or better I lose $1 for myself than to put 10 into something and lose it, or this kind of mindset. But it's a mindset
because of having other people involved when you lose it.
But we need to change that mindset and understand that togetherness always yield profit. Togetherness always more sustainable than be working by yourself. It lightens the burden. The Bible speaks of it. Scripture speak about two is better than one. You understand?
I think we have a caller online may want to chime in terms of the conversation this morning. I guess what we've been saying seemed to have grabbed the caller's interest. Don't forget, we do have the option where you could option of winning this morning. So we're going to pose that question shortly. Let's go to the caller. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, morning GT and morning to your guests. In fact, one of the things I was going to raise, your last speaker mentioned it, and that is about mindset. It's very difficult if you train people to compete against each other, to mistrust one another. There's a deficit of trust in our society, and also that experience of cooperative collaborative experiences. So it will take a Herculean task to really get that embedded in our society, and I think that's one of the ways we will survive. But we need to take a more I would say concentrated approach in having it done, and certainly issues like the civil union in the schools. I mean, issues about practices like civil union in the school could be intensified, and also we can promise young people opportunity for scholarship in cooperative studies and these kind of things as incentives. But it's very difficult, and I know that because I've tried to have cooperative myself throughout my time, and people say, yeah, let's do it, but when they have to put in the work, they don't put in the work. And that's a challenge. That's one of the biggest challenges people really given their share of it. And of course, the other thing is that we have created or educate people to be followers. So we have to also from very early start engendering the whole concept of leadership and entrepreneurship in the people. I mean, into our citizens, so that they would that would be a good option for them. I could go on and on. And I raised the issue weeks ago about the need for us to have a department somewhere in IACAM-CC or so where you could have cooperative studies as one of the places. We have MBAs and MBAs, whatever, business studies, management and so on for the regular business. We should have something where people can go and study that as a science or as a discipline so that they better understand it, and also encourage the society. We have seen how SUSU works. SUSU is a form of cooperative, although in recent times some people have been dishonest and so on, so that they've got a dent. But any cooperative activity, whether the credit union, the cooperative, or any things like that, we need to encourage that, because that's the only way I think we will survive in this hostile environment we live in right now on a worldwide basis. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Anybody want to respond to the caller? He did make some pertinent points that
yes, I could say he's quite correct. The mindset. I know our policymakers, from the league standpoint, we are considering partnering with CAMCC and other institutions to see how we can get into what it mentioned about cooperative studies on the curriculum. I believe the government is also speaking that kind of language of getting that kind of subject areas, that kind of study into the school setting, which is quite important. And if we doesn't change that, we are uphill battle for us.
All right.
I want to also say too is it's cooperative, and cooperativism is an international something. And the United Nations has recognized the importance and the strengths of cooperatives in the world. And as a result of that, some years ago, they would have earmarked and identified July 1st of every year as International Day of the Cooperatives.
Okay.
Right? And this year, July 1st fall on the Saturday. So Saturday we will be celebrating International Day of Cooperatives worldwide under the UN banner.
All right.
And we have
anything special taking place in Grenada?
Yes, we have some activities. There's a team that the United Nations set for us. The team for this year is Cooperatives, Partners for Accelerated Sustainable Development.
Okay.
And you hear the word coming about again, sustainable and development. So Cooperatives, Partners for Accelerated Sustainable Development. And jointly with the league and the department, we have some activities. We are expecting an address or greetings from the Minister of Cooperatives. We are expecting that.
Okay.
I know we will be having a message from the league's president. All right, it will be all over social media and so on. We will do some press release, and the giveaway. The giveaway that we have this morning is the first giveaway for the year. The activities will run throughout the month of July.
All right.
And we start the giveaway today.
All right.
So there will be other giveaways which will be sponsored by other cooperatives like the fishing cooperative. The service cooperatives will be involved, like those who do the janitorial work and the service stations and so on. And any other cooperatives that wish to get on board would also be part of that giveaway scheme.
All right. Well, before we proceed, this is an opportunity for viewers and listeners this morning. The question we're going to be asking: name 2 fishing cooperative currently operating in Grenada. 435-2041, 435-2041. And so there's going to be an interesting gift for them, for the individual, whatever.
Yes,
something interesting. 435-2041.
And today's fisherman.
And today being Fisherman's birthday, as we call it in Grenada. And so the question once again: name 2 fishing cooperatives currently operating in Grenada. If you could answer it, you certainly could win this one. And we do have a caller already. We see if this caller has the correct answer. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, me again. I make an effort. I think one is the Stroude-Field Fishermen's Cooperative, and the other is the St. John's or the Goa Fishermen's Cooperative. I may not have the Goa St. John's one the proper name, but the 2 of them I could think about. One located in Goa St. John's and one in Stroude-Field.
Well, I'll let the of course folks tell if you are correct or not. Is he correct or not?
Yes, he said it. So these fishermen cooperatives and the Goa Fishermen Cooperative.
All right. So we're gonna give you, when we wrap the show up, you could always call back and let me take some details from you, or if you want to give us some details now. I don't think it's
my number is 416-1247. Very simple.
416-1247. All right. And we make the necessary arrangements so you can collect your winnings. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
At the Grenada Cooperative League in Belmont.
And they're saying that you can go to the Grenada Cooperative League in Belmont and collect your winnings. All right?
All right,
no problem, man. All the best. Thanks again.
Goodbye.
All right. And that was like pretty easy. I guess we come to the time of the morning when we're going to have to wrap. Any final comments before we take a wrap this morning?
Yes, I want to encourage people out there, our people, Grenada, and people of different kinds of skill set. I would like to encourage the media folks to get involved in radio announcers and other media fraternity to get involved in that. I would also encourage our farmers and our CMOS growers. I did encourage CMOS growers I want to encourage our barbers and our hairstylists and nail techs and these kind of skill set. I think there's more benefit. There's more if you would work together as an organization. And I want to recommend you that you work as a cooperative. So seek coming together and see how we can form that organization called Cooperative, a cooperative that better benefits, more benefits, wider benefits can be given to our Grenadian people.
All right, thanks. Anything, Susan, before we wrap?
So, Mr. Stroud has said it all. So I'm just going to end it off. Cooperatives, the way to go. Your choice, your chance, your business.
All right, thank you so much. Hey, folks, that's how we wrap up the mid-morning buzz for today, Thursday, the 29th of June. Thank you once again to all listeners and viewers. Have yourself a great day. Join us again for another edition.